Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Genty. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down for the offense. Takes the handoff, it's Genty. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Offense working from the pistol. Trying to find his man on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. After making... ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. It wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
Clouds ahead for pickup of 4 down to the 14. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got him in the flat. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown Tide! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Coming out with it, it's Genty. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it, it's Genty. Nice move there. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Using his legs to buy some time. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive. And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
To throw, it's Nelson. He'll pull it down. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And the quick shuffle pass underneath. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
On the ground, it's Haynes. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Steps away to find some room. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Got the quick pass.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Going for the big play. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They keep attacking through the air. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's open. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Lining up for the PAT. He'll set up. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And come on now, O-line. You've got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback.
And it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Good timing on the quick out. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. Looking to throw, it's Milrow. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Genty. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Colin. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go with.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Dances away from the heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker and get it.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. The Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the air, it's Milroe. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play. Alabama pushing the tempo. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's going to let it go. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Running toward the tape. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble. When they get the first down, nothing to worry about.
Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Now from inside the red zone. Got a man. It's Haynes. Touchdown, Alabama! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
29,
He's going to bring it out from deep. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Blasted as he lets it go. Finds his man. It's Terry. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. Unleashes one. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. On target. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 29, Boise State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Red 70 black salt. Let's go. Roller.
He'll just keep slinging it. Lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle. Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple, where they have taken a large bite out of college football. The man for whom the stadium is named, Bill Snyder, built this program from the losingest in the history of college football to a formidable foe and home of the Kansas State Wildcats. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the kick is no good, but there is a flag down, and it looks like roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Boy, did he turn that thing around quickly. 77 yards for the touchdown on the kickoff return. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And he's going to run it back. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Ohio State offense will take over. First and 10.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Snags it quickly on the left. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Toss sweep right.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
To the air, it's Howard. Floating away. He's going to run it. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He's back to throw on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Judkins. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a third and short. They'll try to run for it. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. First and 10 coming up.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really
just steamrolling the defense. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
The play-action fake. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Looking to pass, it's Howard. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Ohio State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Giving him his pads. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Kansas State.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
Number 17.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try the run. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And the Buckeyes in the hurry up. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Howard. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum from your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. The Buckeyes are on the move. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Johnson wants to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. Lofts one high and deep. Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Setting up the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Now on second down.
Let's go.
Johnson looking to throw. Trying to get to him. He's going to take off. Look out, he's got room. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers.
Touchdown, Kansas State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick it off.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half.
Clear. Come on, set. Longer.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after him. They get to him as he throws. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
The give to the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On third down, going up top. And they got him for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. One more snap coming before halftime.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like,
and the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
The short hands, it's Smith. Push down for the tackle.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws for the tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end.
And it's caught inside the 30. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. Sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Henderson. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Complete to the left. Open runway ahead. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wildcats!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Final play of the quarter coming. Dropping back, it's Howard. Getting some heat. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack.
With the score, Kansas State 35, Ohio State 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
And he's sacked.